Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to one of my farming videos concerning Abyss. This time around using Doryani. This is the fourth session using Doryani, so we are about to get close or even tie break with Jado strategies because I have 4 sessions using Jado recorded on this channel, and now we are getting to the 4th session using Doryani, so we can make a direct comparison between the 2 sessions, which one of them is, let's say, more efficient. But keep in mind that while farming all of these sessions, the prices have dropped in the league because of the inflation and so on. Let's try to see one Omen of Light is now 8.6 divines, and it used to be 13, 14. So when starting farming with Jado, the first sessions, the prices were up, so we made a lot of profit, and now the prices are going down and we are still seeing a huge profit with Doryani. I would argue that so far even better than the one using Jado. So this strategy is very consistent, but we are still close to drawing a conclusion which of them are actually better. I don't think there's a very clear difference or a very big difference between them. I've also gotten around to make the Excel that you've been waiting for, and some of you guys have requested in the comment section. So including this Excel in the descriptions of all the videos, all the sessions that I've been farming. We have a lot of details here. I've written them down, every drop, every value extracted from these sessions, and an average. But keep in mind, for that reference, for the prices of Omen of Light dropping and stuff like that. And also in today's video we are going to cover while running the maps, so you guys don't actually get bored if you stick around for the mapping session, the 10 maps. We are gonna discuss the recent events that were taking place at Gamescom concerning Path of Exile 2, the announcement, the full release of the game 1.0. Not only that, but the recent news concerning the new league 0.5.5, which is called Forbidden Rights. We are going to go into all of those details in this video, and I'm gonna explain the news to you guys as they unveil over time. There is a short time window until the new league releases, so stay tuned for that. For the strategy, let's begin with the tablets. I've gotten these tablets with around 20 divines each, so 20 divine for each of these 3 Abyss tablets. You just have to scout the market, be a bit patient. I've been searching for 2 days, let's say, for these tablets to drop in price around 20 divine, and I still got some extra ones left here. I didn't overpay for them. I know the usual price tends to be 30 divines, but due to the fact that I have a time window between the farming session sets, I've actually scouted the market and got these off for just 20 divines. The price for Abyss tablets, the unique tablets, unforeseen consequences with 16 additional modifiers, has also dropped to around 600, maybe 700 exalts, which actually now mean around 17 divines for the total of 10 unique tablets that we are using. And also the Waystones, you can farm them from anywhere between 800 exalts to around 1.2k exalts, so that's an average, I would say, at around 1k exalt. And that means for 10 Waystones you can get them for around 25 divines for the entire set, which will bring the total investment at around 100 divines. To be more specific, for this 10 map set, the initial investment is 102 divines, which is not bad. I know 100 divines sounds a lot, but let's see how the profit rolls at the end of the video when we are doing the profit breakdown. And from the previous sessions, if you have followed them, you will see that the profit is actually worth it. And the strategy, let me do a clear here, a quick walkthrough. So we are actually using these 4 points for Doryani: evolutionary pressure, disengaged safeties, improved calibration, and volatile connection. And for the Abyss tree, as always, Amanamu, Omens, and increased effectiveness for each closed pit. These are the key points for the farming strategy we are using either with Jado or with Doryani. For the comparison, you will find all the details in these farming sessions on my channel, and I will link the Excel sheet, spreadsheet with all the data in each of these videos description, so stay tuned for that. And now let's jump into the mapping sessions. We are using Val City maps with 200% Delirious on top. So the first one here, let's grab this Sun Temple. And yeah, let's jump into the first map, map number 1. Let's go, guys. Hopefully today we are gonna see that those Omens of Light dropping like hell, because those are the main drivers for the Abyss farming strategy. Now, let's talk a bit about the updates. You guys are probably up to date with the recent news on Path of Exile. The new Path of Exile 0.5.5 league, called the Forbidden Rights, is going to launch soon. So that's a new league event which is actually gonna have a reset economy. So the current league, Runes of Eldor, is still gonna be running, so there's only the option to switch if you guys want to check out the new additions to the league event. You can switch to the new league, but you can still keep your characters and return to this one. So they are gonna be running in parallel, and by doing so you have another shot at a fresh economy, a fresh start, some new builds maybe. I for one am going to switch to the new league as soon as possible, and I'm gonna try out another, let's say, economy boost at the beginning of the league, even though at the very beginning of the league I'm not gonna play that much because I'm actually away. But in the first 2 weeks, let's say, hopefully I'll have a shot to do another character there. And actually I'm gonna try out the same character because I'm loyal to this playstyle and I really do enjoy it, and I'm gonna try it inside the new league because there are sadly no balance changes. So this is why my decision would be to keep on trying to perfect, let's say, the IceShot Deadeye character here that I'm playing on Runes of Eldor as well. And before that, I hope I can bring the new video with the updated build to this channel, so you guys can check out this build min-maxed to level 99, and also with the initial investment or the total investment below 1 mirror in total. So that's less than 5,000 divines, probably even less than that. Yeah, the first Omen of Light dropping, that's nice. So yeah, I'm gonna try to bring up that video with the updated min-maxed character version here on Runes of Eldor, and on the new league I will also be running another IceShot Deadeye and see how the farm goes over there, because this new league is bringing us, besides the fact that it's not bringing the much awaited, let's say, balance changes that will be reserved just for the full release 1.0 on December 11th December. And yeah, due to that fact I'm gonna still be playing the IceShot Deadeye, and the changes are in some way interesting to the new league event, because the expedition mechanic here that we see in Runes of Eldor are going to be made core, so core part of the game, and a new type of mechanic is going to be introduced to the game, or several of them, but the one that we are, let's say, interested in mostly, or I am at least, is a new way to buff and juice the map. So that's related to the Viridian Wildwood. So the Viridian Wildwood, sorry, is actually a mechanic from Path of Exile 1, and in this case it actually refers to jumping inside the new area and chasing wisps around to actually increase the buffs on your existing map. So how does that work? The new ritual trees and events. Inside the ritual window you can find the Sacred Blossom currency, and that currency can be used for the map. So on the atlas you can apply it to another map to guarantee that you have at the beginning of the map this Viridian Wildwood encounter. You open up that door and pass into a new area, the Viridian Wood, where you can chase around some of the wisps there. And the key point here is that if you find 3 wisps that later can buff your monsters inside your map, these wisps are, from what I've been reading, of 3 colors: blue, yellow and purple. The blue ones actually turn the monsters inside your map magic, so that's a nice buff, especially to the increase to the experience farm, because magic monsters grant extra experience when you kill them. And the yellow wisp will actually grant additional modifiers to your rare monsters in your map, which is a great way to juice the drops, because yeah, additional modifiers just mean better drops when killing the rare monsters. And also the purple wisp, from what I understand, is going to apply increased rarity to the monsters, so that's another way of juicing monsters inside the map, which will already be juiced if you are farming, let's say, Abyss. It will already be juiced by the current mechanics with Delirious and tablets and Waystones and stuff like this. So we have an extra layer of juicing, which for me is actually really exciting. And yeah, speaking about Abyss, we have some additional mechanics concerning Abyss, because in this new league Abyss will actually get revamped in a way in which on your atlas, while traveling along the maps, you will find the so-called Abyss ravines, and you can actually close these by doing the encounters with the abyssal pits. And while closing this abyssal ravines, for each closed one you can actually get some extra bonuses in your next map. So that's a great way to interact with the Abyss farm. This Abyss map is complete. As you can see, we have all the abysses complete here. We are going to now jump into the boss fight and then return and do the abyssal depths as always, because there are extra chances to finding Omens of Light inside the abyssal depths, so why not? Yeah, so as I was saying, the abyssal ravines are closing and they grant extra bonuses to your next maps. So that's actually another great way to juice this Abyss farm. I'm happy that these changes are coming in the new league. And the changes do not end here. We are having a revamp of the Trial of Chaos. So there are a series of improvements here. One of them being the fact that you can leave between the rooms and then come back at a later time. This actually is a quality of life improvement. Other changes rely on the types of battle, so most of the rooms inside the Trial of Chaos will be focusing on just killing monsters. There are other quality of life improvements which actually include better, let's say, distances between rooms, so a shorter travel time. Also bigger elevators, faster animations, a bunch of probably visual and mechanical, let's say, improvements to the Trials of Chaos encounters and rooms, and a bunch of other cool stuff, like the fact that now you get a full pass on all of the modifiers, so you are making the encounters less dangerous for the lower tiers. And yeah, you can get increased rewards and increased risk with the rewards, of course, because now you are not limited to just 10 rooms. You will be getting the additional 20 rooms, so the highest number of rooms that can be completed in the Trial of Chaos will now rise up to 30, which is insane, because with each higher number of runes, of course there is a risk because there are more modifiers and so on, but the rewards will grow exponentially, and that would be great. Speaking of rewards for the Trial of Chaos, the revamped system now grants only currency and soul cores when you finish the trials, so there won't be any more corrupted items, which, let's be honest, are pretty useless. You will now be dropping a lot of currency items and also soul cores. And the fact here, if we are talking about soul cores, there are actually improved soul cores now, and a bunch of other new soul cores which are about to hit the game with this new league release, which are actually quite useful for crafting, I don't know, for certain build areas. So a bunch of new items are still coming here. And yeah, this is maybe a redesign of the Trial of Chaos, which will actually make it worth doing and probably cool to and have and you can have fun with the challenges there. So yeah, I'm hoping we can see more and more runs for the Temple of Chaos. And keep in mind, due to the fact that the rooms are increasing, you actually can benefit from that, because there will be more boss encounters and boss fights, which will be dropping more and more keys to the final encounter with the Chaos Trial of Chaos Master. So yeah, now let's quickly do the count here for the first map. We have 1 Omen of Light, which is great. We have 6 Divines, 3 Abyssal Echoes, 9 Chaos Orbs, 1 Annul, and I think 1 Perfect Exalt can be counted here, 61 Splinters, and that's about it for the main value in the first part of the farming session for the first map. Now let's sell the remaining items here that we are not interested in, and let's quickly stash the remaining lower currency before jumping into the second map. So yeah, a bunch of changes are coming, guys, on the 4th of September to the game. So that's actually quite cool. Let's grab another tablet here, another Waystone, and jump into the second map. Now, for the changes inside this new league, there are also changes to the let's say Arbiter of Divinity fight, so the precursor fortress, because now you can actually kill the Arbiter of Divinity once, which actually spawns additional holes for the Patriarch and Matriarch. And if you get the second encounter, let's say with the Arbiter of Divinity, which is now buffed and upgraded to a higher difficulty, while doing the encounter for the second time with the juiced Arbiter of Divinity, you can simply close the entire fortress just by killing him twice, so you don't actually have to run the fight like 6 times as it were in the Runes of Aldor League until now. You were forced, let's say, somehow to chase around the Atlas for those Matriarch and Patriarch holes to grab the items, the 2 items that actually start the fight with the Arbiter. So you were doing that like 6 times in order to get all of the relays to burst open and to clear each sector of the fortress. Now this mechanic has been improved for the extra quality of life, so you only have to run the arbiter fight twice in order to receive all the Atlas points inside that fortress, which is actually a great quality of life improvement if your build can actually handle the arbiter fight, of course the juiced version of the fight with the increased difficulty. These are just some of the changes which are brought inside the new 0.5.5 league, but I think they are actually quite nice for improving the quality of life in the existing league. I remind you the fact that another Omen of Light here in the second map, that's great. The current league, Runes of Eldor, will still be running, so you don't have to worry about the progress that you've been making so far. And yeah, I think this is great because I'll still be playing this league as well, but I'll have to try, as I hope you all try the new league for the new mechanics, for the new improved, let's say, systems for the Temple of Chaos and the Precursor Fortress, and also benefit from the extra juicing method using the wisps, and hopefully that will actually be worth it while running the existing mechanics and the improved Abyss version. I'm actually glad because I'm a huge fan of Abyss farming, and now with these changes I have 2 extra layers of juicing the Abyss farm, one being the Abyssal ravines, right, closing them and buffing the next encounters in the maps with extra bonuses for the abyssal monsters, and also the wisp thing for extra rarity and extra modifiers on the rare monsters. So yeah, that could be actually quite a good impact on the game, on the Abyss farm. And keep in mind that being a new league at a fresh start with a new economy, the Abyss farm will be all that much more important than it is right now at this point of the league, almost 3 months into the league, because prices have been dropping, as I was saying at the beginning of the video. Prices for the Omens have been dropping quite significantly, but in a fresh economy on the new league, these prices will actually be much higher, I presume, because there will be much more demand for the Omens and the endgame crafting, so there are high chances for extra demand, and prices will actually be quite nice at the beginning of the league. So yeah, the faster you jump into the Abyss farming with the extra juicing, and you'll be dropping more and more Omens, you'll be boosting your economy in the early part of the league, so that's great. I do hope I have a chance of actually trying all of these farming methods on that league to see what are the major differences, and I'll actually compare the profits made there with the existing one on the Runes of Eldor, and we will have a chance, an opportunity this way to see in a direct comparison which part of the new juicing strategies will actually improve the overall loot, or the chances for monsters to have extra modifiers and all of those good things that actually gives us improved loot. So yeah, that sounds really cool. I am a bit disappointed for the fact that no extra changes are brought to the game in a balancing way, but I'm actually enjoying the mechanics in this league, so extra balances would have thrown me off a bit for a while at least, until we would have figured new builds, new mechanics, new stuff to try out. We can actually maintain the current knowledge from Runes of Eldor without worrying that too much is going to be changed. But only some parts are actually being improved, so I think that the new event league would actually be a fresh start with some quality of life improvements, but without shifting the game dramatically, so that most of the stuff that we learned inside this league would not matter all that much going into the next league. So yeah, it has its pros and cons, I guess. The other interesting stuff is the fact that yeah, the full release of the game, so 1.0, will be in early December, and until then I don't think there would be any more leagues or major changes brought to the game, so we will stick to what we have now, and that would be it, most of it. So we get a lot of time to actually practice some of the methods inside this league, so that would be interesting to min-max characters all that much. I think until the full release of the game, most of you guys would actually have the time to spend on let's say leveling or farming and bringing some characters to their highest potential, and doing this will actually give you an opportunity to better understand the game, and will actually give you a chance to learn some of the archetypes for the characters here in the game quite good. So while min-maxing a character and playing it for months on end, you will actually have the opportunity, as I feel that I actually have this league, to get a real feel for the character, and to start looking at other details, and to just simply know when to move, how to move, without actually thinking in numbers and trying to see how the tooltip is actually influencing your damage. You will actually start to feel the damage itself. What is the impact, what is the speed, what is the clear inside maps, in very high tier juiced maps, and how your character moves, how your evasion kicks in, how you can dodge roll and get out of danger in different situations. And if you are forced to play the same thing, let's say, for multiple days and multiple weeks, you will actually start to feel the game a bit differently. You'll start to form. I'm getting this bug here right now. We've actually seen this bug, I think, multiple times in the Abyss farming sessions. This pit here in this particular position sometimes, in my opinion, gets bugged because there are no monsters left around, and still the Abyss pit is not closing. So I think we are missing on the chance here to find the abyssal depths, but no matter. Let's return to the hideout and see what we got in the second map. It was not a great profit, but we did drop one Omen of Light in this map, in the second map. 5 Abyssal Echoes, 12 Chaos, 108 Splinters, 1 on all. And maybe that's about it for the profit part. Now let's dump the currency here inside the currency tab, and the other stuff from Abyss. I'll still save the heavy belt just to roll it at some point, probably to try and hit the headhunters. But that's about it for the second map. Now let's quickly grab another abyssal tablet and a waystone and jump into the third map. So let's try a bazaar this time. The third map here. Right. Okay, third map, guys. So yeah, I'm willing to play the IceShot Deadeye for a bit longer because I am a huge fan of the Ranger class. You guys saw that the 1.0 teaser is actually bringing in the duelist and the swords as a weapon type, so that's a huge addition to the game, which will come once the game is fully released in 1.0 patch in December. I can't wait to see which of the archetypes will follow along with the melee swords and stuff like that. I do hope they actually bring other melee weapons such as daggers and probably different classes like Shadow to the game. Probably the Act 5 and 6 will also be part of the 1.0 free version at the release. That's gonna be great as well. Another Omen of Light inside the third map, so we are 1 for 1 at this moment. 3 maps, 3 Omen of Lights. This is actually a good average. Some divines dropping, not a lot, but some. Our luck may improve during this farming session of 10 maps, so let's just be patient for a while, because not every start is the best start, but while rounding up all of the maps inside a 10 map session, for the most part we have been lucky and we can count a lot of Omens of Light, some 30-40 usually divines in the 10 maps, raw currency drop, around 100 chaos orbs, that's probably the average, so this data maintains consistency over farming sessions. I'll show all of this data inside that spreadsheet, which you guys can simply find in the description of all of the farming sessions, because I will be adding that to all of the videos no matter which one it is you are watching. And inside that spreadsheet, of course, you can find links to each farming session video, the 4 existing ones with Jado, and including these 4 using Doryani, so you guys can use that as a portal between videos if you are interested in seeing the specific one in which, let's say, I dropped 20 divines. Heavy belt, oh shit, I thought it was headhunters for a second there, but no. So yeah, great data collection on the abyssal farm. That's what I'm trying to get, and then to compare it to the following leagues. So far abyss farming has been getting actually more and more interesting and quite rewarding as a playstyle and also as a drop mechanic, because not only does it give you the high value omens like at least Omen of Light, if not also Omens of Abyssal Echoes at the beginning of the league anyway. They are worth 2, 3, 4 divines depending on the crafting system players use. Concentrated Liquid Fear. Don't think that's worth anything right now, but still. Perfect Exalted Orb. That's nice. 2 divines, I hope, for 1 perfect Exalt. At least that's what the price used to be. I can confirm from all of these farming sessions that while using IceShot Deadeye anyway, you see when you roll you have that chance to create the Mirage Deadeye, and also when you start shooting you create another Mirage Archer, and in terms they can hit really hard and help you with the farm. Another Omen of Light, so the second one in the third map, another Omen of Light, that's great. And as I was saying, your Mirage Deadeyes, your illusions, which hit really hard if your build is quite strong and leaning heavily on high DPS. And if you have the bad luck to be thrown around by the Headhunter's effect while stealing those modifiers that actually teleport you to the nearest enemy, you sometimes have the bad luck to be teleported near a monster, abyssal monster, when the dark cloud is starting to form. And if you are rolling away or actually shooting on auto click, you will be spawning that Mirage Deadeye or Mirage Archer near the abyssal monster when the dark cloud is forming, and even if you stop shooting at that very second, your Mirage Archer is still hitting the target, and if it's in close proximity and inside the dark cloud, it will actually hit the abyssal monster and kill it. And by doing so, you won't actually be getting the drops that you need, the Omens of Light or Abyssal Echoes, because the dark cloud is forming and you have no control over the attack mechanic of the illusion. So that's a bit clunky, let's say. It shouldn't actually count as you killing the... But still, if you get lucky, you can kill it before, including with the illusion, and actually drop the high tier omens, like Omen of Light. So it's a bit of back and forth with this control situation, but I heard that there are other builds out there which have even less control while doing the abyss farm and kill the abyssal monsters really fast or by mistake at the wrong time when the dark cloud are forming, and they do miss out on the high tier omen drops as well. So this is not a problem exclusively to the IceShot Deadeye. It's also probably even more of a problem to some other builds out there. So from that perspective, I actually can't complain. I do have most of the time a high control rate over the kills, and there are few occasions in which I miss the kill or actually do the kill at the wrong time without having control over it, and by doing so missing the potential drop in Omen of Light. But I can't complain. The clear is insane on this build, the feel is great. You just press one button and occasionally you press the spacebar to roll or to sprint, but besides that I only click on the left mouse button, and that's about it. It's extremely relaxing at this point, and the evasion and the deflection and all of the defensive stats on this character are more than enough that you actually don't have to stress a lot while mapping. The character does it really nice. Are we seeing other bits around? Let's do a... oh yeah, one here. This third map has been a bit luckier than the first two because we are already seeing two Omens of Light, and we still have a chance either to drop another Omen of Light or to open the Abyssal Deaths at the end of the Abyssal Encounters. Oh yeah, and I forgot concerning the Abyss improvements in the next patch. I actually think there is another change brought to this, because after doing the Abyssal Encounters, so in the Abyssal maps with the Abyssal Ravines and stuff like that, you can now get another boss encounter which is specific to the Abyss. So I'm hoping that would be an extremely cool fight, getting the Abyss boss, let's say, at the end of the encounter. We'll have to wait and see how that shapes out, but I think it will be great. I'm sorry for a lot of guys which have actually expressed their disappointment in the fact that the new patch, which we've all been waiting for, is not going to bring the balance changes. So until December, the game will probably be more or less the same as it is now, but still, chin up. You have the opportunity to get in touch more with certain builds. I have listened to some guys on YouTube which were actually stating, and I've seen a lot of comments on some YouTube videos, that some players are actually willing to skip the next patch, so they won't play it probably. I'm not all that pessimistic because I do enjoy this patch, and I'm actually willing to return to it if the other patch 0.5.5 is in some way disappointing, sorry, but I'm not actually feeling how that could be disappointing, because this patch is great, and the improvements that will bring the game closer to a new start, fresh economy, and also some quality improvements for the Abyss farm, let's say, that will be just extra stuff. And yeah, we'll get to enjoy a different economy of more or less the same league, which is also great. 2 Omens of Light in the third map, 5 Divines, almost clockwork dropping Divines, Simulacrum Splinters, 9 Chaos, some Echoes, 3 of them, 1 Perfect Exalt, which is great, and the rest of the currency we don't really care for all that much. We pick up and we drop in the currency tab. We are not counting these. Now let's identify and drop the remaining items inside a different tab, like this one. Okay, let's sell the rest because we have no need for them. And now let's quickly grab another abyssal tablet and some other waystone with 8 mods, the corrupted waystone. Don't forget, and see what is our next map. It can be the Sun Temple right here as the 4th map. Let's jump into another Sun Temple. Hopefully this time it won't bug with the abyssal pits, and we'll close all of them, improving our chances to see another abyssal depths. And yeah, I do have to be careful because some ignition effects in this game, or some poison hits, actually do get to my life part of the defenses, and if I'm not aware of that, and if I'm not paying attention to the screen right here, I can actually die, which is insane. I don't want to die at this point. So from time to time, your defenses do require your attention, even at this level in the game, with the build closing on a tier level. Not quite there, but close enough. But for the most part, as I was saying earlier, the build is so much fun, and you can actually reach a relaxing point while playing, because you are not all the time tense that you are getting hit and you have to press a bunch of buttons to heal or to reposition inside the map so as not to die. For the most part, the build is safe. It has a nice flow, it has enough speed, movement and clear speed, high damage, cool effects, a bunch of defensive layers due to the fact that you're freezing entire screens. You have a decent range for your projectiles, cool attack speed. You are not dependent on mana so much because you are regening mana using the mana remnants. It's a cool mapping build. Probably the most fun I've had since starting early access Path of Exile 2. Gotta say, this build has actually been quite a nice addition this league, so I'm willing to test it out even more. Yeah, I killed that guy inside the Dark Cloud. That's unfortunate. One missed opportunity. No matter. We still have hope for that Omen of Light. I've also been watching recently a bunch of videos on YouTube for Path of Exile 2, which are debating the reason why some of the players in Path of Exile 2 are actually quitting the league, let's say, after a short while, so maybe 1 month into the league, and they are quitting. And yeah, I can get behind some of the arguments that I've been watching, because the game, if you are playing it intensely, let's say a high number of hours daily, if you have that spare time, after a while it can get a bit too much and exhausting. So the, let's say, average behavior of a hardcore Path of Exile 2 player is to actually play quite heavily in the first, let's say, 3 or 4 weeks from the league start, and then take a short break, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, and then come back maybe to the league or jump into Path of Exile 1 for a while, then take another short break, and then play for another 1 month of high intensity gameplay, a bunch of hours daily. So yeah, I can understand that behavior. If you guys are playing 10 hours a day, let's say, at the beginning of the season, you won't be able to keep that up for much longer outside 1 or 2 months, because the game is actually getting a bit exhausting. So what I've been doing, not intentionally, purely by chance, because I do have a job and I don't have the time daily to play more than, let's say, 2 or 3 hours. Probably I play a bit more on the weekends. So in this, let's say, last 2 months, I've been playing around 2 or 3 hours daily, and not every day. And I've been playing a bit more, like 5 or 6 hours during the weekends. So at this rate, I haven't actually exhausted myself with the game, and I can say that it's a nice rhythm. I can actually keep going without stressing that the game has worn me out. I'm actually a bit anxious due to the fact that a new league is starting, and yeah, you have to invest a bit more at the start of the league to get a bit of advantage, let's say, inside the trade league, because you are facing inflation, you are facing quick rapidly growing inflation, because yeah, the veteran players are coming back to the league at the start of the economy. They will be reaching endgame faster than most of us. They will have access to the highest drops, coolest mechanics, and probably the knowledge that they have in crafting will also advantage them in staying ahead of the curve with their builds, farming faster and faster, and then selling the items that they upgrade at a higher cost for the ones inside the trade league that don't have the resources to actually craft them. So yeah, that's a race that most of us regular players never get a chance in winning, but I'm still let's say filled with hope and enjoyment for the game, because it gives you a new purpose outside of learning and crafting and farming. Gives you a new race to compete in, a fresh economy, I mean. That's cool. Probably that's the most chased after feeling inside the Path of Exile community. The fresh season, the fresh start. This is the 5th league, and I can definitely confirm that when I was waiting for each league to start, I had this exhilarating feeling that the day is coming, I have to be prepared. So I've also been watching a bunch of videos and a bunch of guys talking about Path of Exile player behavior. They were saying that when some new league or season is announced, 1 or 2 weeks before that, some of the players actually take a short break to get their strengths back and to actually build up their, I don't know, anticipation for the release and the new start. And yeah, this way they can actually have a fresh start, which is exciting, and keep it going for at least 1 month in high intensity game sessions for 10-hour plus a day. That's cool. I hope the new league also brings more players back to Path of Exile 2, because that will in turn translate to higher value economy. There will be more stuff to be farmed, more value into the game to be spent on different crafting items. That's cool. Okay, so this this 4th map, it's the 4th map, right? I guess didn't bring us all that much loot. It happens from now and then. It actually does happen. So yeah, nothing to say here. We didn't see the Omen of Light dropping, but we still have 4 as of now, so that's still 1 per map on average. 3 Divines, 11 Chaos, 1 on all. The Splinters right there, and 1 Greater Chaos. That's cool. Not a lot, but cool. Currency. And let's quickly identify the tablets here and drop them into a separate tab.
This is all we have.
Yeah, and now for the 5th map. Let's see which map are we choosing right here. The Bazaar, why not? This is the 5th map. Let's go. The Bazaar. Nice layout, this map. What can I say? I actually do enjoy the corridors here. They are wide enough as to allow the abyssal pits to correctly spawn the rare monsters and not inhibit their numbers. And also I like this layout because it's quite rectangular shaped, and it allows my build, which shoots down a corridor, to actually cover most of the area and align the monsters in one straight line. And when my arrows return due to the quiver effect, they actually hit the same amount of monsters inside that corridor. So that's how the layout of the map, I think. Omen of Light. Yes, Omen of Light in the 5th map. See guys, it's no point in giving up hope, even though the 4th map did not give us the Omen of Light. The 5th map is coming to save the day. Echoes, not bad. So yeah, corridors, but not very tight corridors. These ones like we see in Val Cities or Bazaar layouts. These ones I think are probably the best types of corridors. For my build, at least, for the IceShot Deadeye. I'm not sure how other builds like Twisters or Cast on Critical Comet are actually favored or not by this layout. but I for one feel that this IceShot that I build definitely is. Okay, let's move away from that a bit, because I am risking to kill the abyssal monsters inside the Dark Cloud again. We don't want that. Do pick up the splinters, always pick up the splinters, because the splinters are valuable. The think, I heard the think, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, it's a divine orb right there. Another one. Abyssal echoes, okay. Let's wait a bit for the other clouds to clear. Large abyssal coffer, one chaos. No divines as of yet, but still worth popping. Yeah, as I was saying, the splinters are very another divine, that's nice. Important in the entire profit breakdown at the end, because you are getting on average, let's say, 5 simulacrums for the 10 map samples. Yeah, baby, the second Omen of Light, second one this map. Great average. Another divine, another echo. Splinters. 5 simulacrum splinters. Even if the splinters have dropped in price like everything else, 5 of them. Another perfect exalt. We are seeing consistent perfect exalt drops. That's cool. So there used to be a time when simulacrum was worth around 3.5 divines each. Now it's more like 2.5 divines for a full simulacrum, so that's 300 splinters. But yeah, the drop in price is not actually making them useless, because if you are getting, let's say, around 5 simulacrums inside the 10 map sample, that also means that you are actually getting another 12, let's say around 12 divines on top of your actual profit, just by picking up those splinters. You get used to picking them up, they are not hard to pick up or see. So add them in your filter, highlight them around the map, and just be careful as you are killing the other stuff to pick on them. They alone can be paying for probably all of your unforeseen tablets. I've seen some commentaries from some users that are watching these videos on YouTube, and they were saying that the unforeseen consequences tablets are a bit expensive, a bit pricey. Sure, they dropped in price in the last 2 or 3 weeks. They are now less than 2 divines in exalts, but when they were a bit pricier, most of you guys were telling me that you are not running them because of the price, and you are actually choosing other methods, like using 4 abyssal tablets, one of which would have extra 4 additional abysses, chance for it anyway, which is a good tactic for replacing the unforeseen consequences. But yeah, if you are just simply picking up the splinters, at least 75% of the cost for the unique tablets inside the 10 map sample you will simply be paying just by selling the splinters. So that's a good profit coverage, gotta say. Is this pit bugged? I hope not. I hope there's a monster around which I can actually kill to close this. I do hate it when they get stuck like that. Is there another monster here? I don't see it. Sometimes there are some monsters that just simply fly in from a different corner, or there are other monsters which are hidden below the ground and you have to reach a certain area or position to trigger them to come back up. but this time around I think I've seen it. It's the essence here. If I spawn these essence rares and kill them, yeah, the abyss is opening here, so I got this one luckily. Let's see what they bring. Why am I not doing any damage? Is the dark cloud still forming? Yeah, I can damage this one. No luck in dropping the Omen of Light right now, but still we have another chance here. Let's see. Divine Orb, that's not bad. One divine is one divine, boys. We'll take it. Now the other pit here is opening. Let's see. I do enjoy the fact that I'm using 3 abyssal tablets with increased chances for abyssal monsters to have abyssal modifiers, because as you can see, in probably 90% of the cases when the... oh shit! Omen of Light, that's great. This is the 3rd one inside the 5th map. 3rd one in the same map, that's cool. You've seen it in my other farming sessions, 3 Omens of Light in one map. It's not that uncommon. I've been receiving comments from you guys that you've been dropping including 4 Omens of Light using this strategy inside one single map. So I'm glad to hear that. Omens of Light are actually keeping value around 8.5, probably 9 divine orbs in the last 2 or 3 weeks, because they've been dropping on a weekly basis since I've been starting these farming sessions, and now I think the prices have stabilized, which is great because at least they are not devaluing even further, rendering this abyss farming strategy rather useless. It's not. I think I would be abyss farming even if the prices were dropping even further, because I really do enjoy the playstyle. The endgame mapping, just running around different maps and killing monsters without having to set up different complicated and difficult random mechanics with chains and modifiers and a bunch of things that you need to carefully calculate before, and even so not all the time going according to plan. So yeah, just running around the map and killing is a different relaxing playstyle. So yeah, we are clearing all of the abysses inside this map. 3 Omens of Light have dropped, which is a great thing, and now we can simply go to the final boss encounter and clear that, just to have this map cleared entirely. Where's the boss? Is it down here? Not entirely sure. Probably it's down here anyway, because I think I have seen another corner here inside the fog of war, or whatever it is being called. No, this is just another corner. How do I reach this part of the map? Is there any way to pass through here? I'm not seeing it. That would be another great improvement to the game, to simply give you a better hint for the map layout. Can it be over here? Probably is. Let's go check it out to the left here, because it feels that in some layouts, even if you run around, the discovery rate for the layout is not all that intuitive, and you sometimes miss the exact spot where the boss is and you don't have a clue, and you simply walk blindly around the map, and that's a bit weird. So yeah, the 5th map is complete. The loot is great. We'll quickly jump into the hideout and count our profits so far in this first half of the farming session. Hopefully this keeps on going at least at this rate. So 3 Omens of Light, That's a total of 7 inside the first 5 maps, which is decent. It's the good average that we are looking for. Some splinters, 9 divine orbs dropping this map, that's cool. 9 chaos orbs, another perfect exalt, 5 abyssal echoes, 2 perfect jewelers, and I think that's about it for the important part. Now let's drop the other currencies here. We don't care about all of this stuff, we can simply sell the extra stuff. And now, is this worth anything? Not exactly. And dump the tablets in the secondary tab here. Alright, let's jump into the 6th map. Let's keep farming those Omens of Light. Let's pick another Bazaar city, right? These are great layouts. 6th map, guys. Will we see other Omens of Light inside this map? A null. That's quite a rare drop. I'm wondering why null orbs are dropping lesser than divines, even though they are not as expensive as divines. That's an interesting thing to me. They're a key part in high-end crafting, but still their value is not as high as a divine, even though they tend to drop even less than divines. Okay, no Omen of Light just yet, but it's just the beginning. Still have enough time inside the 6th map. At least we are seeing a bunch of Manamu monsters. Oh, I'm close to this one. Gotta stop shooting. Chaos orbs. Echoes. That was a close call. Could have been an Omen of Light. Let's see the greater chaos here. That's worth doing. I'm wondering if inside the new league ritual farm will increase for that extra juice capacity. Idol of Sirius, that's a great item for increasing your attack speed. Socketed on gloves. Let's quickly kill the monsters around here so that we have those greater chaos drop. Even if we are constantly being surrounded by a bunch of monsters and having explosions trigger everywhere, you can see that my defensive is sufficient so that I don't get killed by surprise. That's actually increasing the comfort in playing this build. Not a lot of builds which I've been trying can offer you that, so probably there are a lot of builds out there which are higher in DPS, probably in mobility and clear speed, but tend to be squishier. Let's hope this abyss pit is not bricked over there, even if it seems so. Not seeing any monsters around which I can kill. Chaos Orb. Okay, so which are the monsters around this pit that I can clear? Probably Probably none of them, so it's kinda bricked. I think. Where is it? It's way up there. Have to clear the screen first. Echoes. And Dextral Necromancy. This was a Divine Orb thinking back there. Greater Exalted Orb, why not? Some tablets, some splinters. Not a lot going on inside this 6th map so far. Not all the pits have spawned monsters which have Mana Moon influence. But yeah, let's take it easy and see if this pit can still be triggered. No. Sadly, it bugged, I think. That's unfortunate. Will not waste any more time around there. I'll simply clear the rest of them. Yeah. Omen of Light. Sure, sure. Consistent drops with regards to Omen of Light. That's what Doryani brings. Can't complain, Jado also had some Omen of Lights dropping, but from my actual experience with these farming sessions, I tend to think that the strategy using Doryani has a bit higher average of Omens of Light dropping, and we can juice this strategy even further, but of course at a very high cost if we are adding 2 additional random modifiers to the map. But those tablets are really expensive, probably 50 divines each. I have to try that strategy at some point, probably somewhere in the following months I will. And I'll make sure that I'll share the data with you to see if it's worth it, that high ceiling of investment cost. No mana, we're back here. Let's circle back to the starting area. And then probably we'll jump to the left side of the map, which is the most probable route to the boss fight. Okay, so we still have this pit. Abyssal Echoes. Okay. And it's not the final pit, but we had the unfortunate luck to get this one stuck. It happened twice in the current session, so inside 6 maps we had 2 getting stuck or bugged. I do hope it's a pretty easy fixable bug for later updates. And if it's not a bug and it's just a monster not spawning correctly, it's still annoying. Okay, another echoes back here. Some splinters, not bad. Let's see the bottom portion here. That's not a Manamu, right? No, it wasn't. Armory. Splinters, chaos. The monsters being killed before they spawned and dropping no omens. That's unfortunate. I do hope they somehow also fix this issue with characters which have other sources of damage and high DPS, reducing the chance they kill the abyssal monsters inside the Dark Cloud, because it's really annoying. I do think a lot of Omen drops are lost because of this. So there is, in my opinion, still room to improve this strategy. Either actually make those abyssal monsters invulnerable while they have the Dark Cloud, or make them clearly killable, and when this happens, they should have the 100% chance for tier Omen drops, high tier Omen drops, because now it seems a bit clunky. So this map, this 6th map, we only dropped 1 Omen of Light, but we are still happy to see that we have another map with the drop inside it. So yeah, let's do a quick count. 1 Omen of Light, 3 Divines, 159 Splinters, 1 on all, 13 Chaos, 3 Greater Chaos, and 4 Echoes. Why not? And that's about it. Other currencies, dropping them here. This stuff, now let's quickly identify the items, sell what we don't need, and dump the tablets inside the secondary tab here. Okay, and now let's quickly jump into the 7th map. Do we still have another bazaar? Yeah, bazaar here. Okay, so we had the luck to not consume the tablets in our 6th run. So now for the 7th map, we are saving 1 unforeseen consequences tablet, and we already saved a bunch of tablet uses, so that's great. That's great to see. This is the 7th map. We are chasing Omen of Light, hoping to see more than 1 dropping this map, but we never know. And what I'm really hoping is all of the pits will get closed. First Omen, but no Omen of Light. Now for the 2nd pit, let's see. Mana monsters, right? This guy is really annoying, spinning around. Still not dropping the correct Omen. No worries, we are still having fun. Echoes, before the Dark Cloud even spawned. Would have been luckier if it would have been the Omen of Light, but yeah. Divine. That's cool. Simulacrum coffer. Exalt, another coffer. That was map boss. Dropped really quick. Other splinters. Let's grab those. Another Omen. Not of Light. Echoes. Okay. Where are those Omens of Light? Okay, we reached the corner here. Let's turn back. I'm actually curious to see what you guys think of the next event league. Are you going to play it? And if so, which character are you planning to use as a league starter? I would be really happy to see you guys comment that you are willing to test out the IceShot Deadeye if you haven't already. I can't stress enough how fun this build is. But if you guys have other options in mind which you consider to be even more effective, I'm curious to see what those options are for you. Another coffer, not... Oh, that wasn't a divine. I was... Okay, Bissell Echoes again. Come on, drop that light. Divine Orb. Bunch of things going on lately, but no Omen of Light. Another one killed inside the Dark Cloud, damn. Echoes again. Come on. How many echoes can I drop before seeing one Omen of Light? That's the real question here. Another Omen. God damn it. Echoes again. Why not? Collecting echoes. Let's go back to this speed. Okay. Sinistral Necromancy. That's bad. Another one. Omen of Light. At last. At last. The real nice drop came our way. Another thing which I'm not seeing on the map, the other advantage of this IceShot Deadeye build using the Warmonger bow, the Warmonger, got it right the first time, is the fact that you have increased range because you are not suffering the penalty from Obliterator bow, which is actually the first bow you are using because of the increased DPS when you are starting the farm in Endgame. I've started using that Obliterator bow at first, at the beginning of the Endgame. Another Omen of Light, yes, yes, that's it, 2 of them in the 7th map, all I wanted to see. So now that I'm actually using the Warmonger bow, I have the increased total range of the projectiles, and that in terms means if I actually shoot across the map, most of my kills are... Oh, whoa, a lot of things here. Bissell Superior, Fine Gloves, are those worth anything? I do have them in my filter, but I'll return to those. Let's quickly grab the pit here. Another thing was back there. We'll have to check it out. But first... Oh, this is a clusterfuck. Okay, that one dropped nothing. This one as well. But at least we are enjoying the splinters. And another divine back here, another divine back there. Raining divines. This map was actually... Oh shit, another divine. Was actually cool with the raw currency drops. A lot of divines, a lot of chaos, a lot of simulacrum splinters. Can't complain. The second Omen of Light inside the map so far. We still have other options. But yeah, cool drops. Cool drops, guys. Oh, yeah, it spawned the Dark Cloud. Another Omen. Oh, shit. Okay, this one got killed correctly. That was a surprise. I thought for a second there that it's going... Oh, perfect exalted orb. Yeah, a lot of perfect exalted orbs this session. More than in previous sessions. We'll count them at the final part for the profit breakdown, but I'm guessing they are a bit more than in the first 3 sessions using Doryani. Irradiated tablet, you don't see that very often. Okay. Another Manamo here. Splinters. A bunch of them. So we cleared out all of the abysses inside this map. Now it's time for the boss part. But I'm not seeing it. Let's go and circle this way around and then try to use the checkpoint to reach the... But I'm not sure. I think I'm closer to the boss part just by walking over here. No, this is the beginning of the map. Got confused. Okay, let's see the checkpoint. So I think the boss is way over here. Let's travel to this checkpoint. Phoenix bird. Yeah, so the only confusing part about this bizarre layout is the fact that I'm not seeing the boss entrance. The bosses are going down quite smoothly without even getting the chance to attack, which is insane for this build. It's very safe, very relaxing and satisfying. That's what I'm encouraging you guys to try. Play the IceShot Deadeye if you haven't already, especially at this league start. Let's check this superior fire. Oh, they're almost 300 exalts. That's not bad. Let's try to sell them, guys. 275 exalts. That's okay. Now let's do the profit for the 7th map. So we got 2 Omen of Light, 218 splinters, 8 echoes, 8 divines. That's cool. Just 3 chaos, 1 perfect exalt, and that's about it. Right to the point. I like that. Okay. Now for the remaining stuff, let's sell this and this, and now let's drop the tablets. And yeah, let's use this tablet here for the 8th map. Map number 8. Let's hope we find 2 Omens of Light at least. So we have some Val cities here, but actually I think we will move this area. So we have another one right near here. Down here is a great area, but I'm not sure if it's connected to anything. We have a bunch of... No, this is an Ezamite city. Where is it? It's right up here. Okay, so we have the Sun Temple here for the 8th map. 8th map? Yeah, no. We still have 8, 9 and 10. So this is the 7th map. Oh, right, no. It didn't consume one, so let's put one here so as not to get confused. My bad. So we are jumping into the 8th map and we have 9 and 10 left. Okay, 8th map, guys. Tablet saving mechanic is great. No Manamo here, but this map is corrupted, so using volatile connections as a point in Doryani as an Atlas Master you do have a 50% chance of getting the map to be cleansed or corrupted. I think it happens quite rarely, but when it does, you get the extra juice from the monsters, from the corruption, and that's great to see happening. I think I got a bit carried away and killed all of the Manamu rares inside the Dark Cloud, as it tends to happen. But yeah, what can you do? What can you do? Okay, another kill inside the cloud. Sure, I think this map is doomed. Just because I'm killing all of the monsters inside the Dark Cloud somehow. I think the Headhunter is precisely measuring when the Dark Cloud is forming and teleporting me to that area in exactly the same moment as the Dark Cloud is forming. That's really unfortunate. Really bad. I do hope somebody actually sees this and tries to reach out to GGG. I do hope many players experience this complaint regarding the Abyss farm. Okay, Omen of Light, thanks for that. So as to bring to their attention the fact that Abyss farming is actually a bit clunky due to the Headhunter effect and the possibility to mistakenly kill the abyssal monsters. It should be easier and easier as your build progresses and you are becoming more powerful and higher DPS and stuff like that, but it actually tends to be the other way around. The faster you shoot, the faster you kill, the higher your DPS, the less control you have apparently on the kill momentum. And then while Abyss farming, when precision is key, because of that Dark Cloud timing, you actually have less than expected precision. If you guys figure out a way to work around this, please share it in the comment section, because I haven't. I've been dealing with this for almost 3 months now, and I have no clear method or way to stop killing the abyssal monsters inside the Dark Cloud. And I do feel that by killing them inside the Dark Cloud, I'm missing out on a lot of Omens of Light, which pains me inside. I do actually feel a physical sensation when missing the opportunity to drop the Omen of Light. That's the only discomfort I have while playing this build. Otherwise, the screen clear capacity is absolutely beautiful. If you didn't have to worry about the perfect killing window for the abyssal monsters, I would just be left clicking every second, and yeah, the screens would probably melt everywhere, which would be an even better feeling to the build, to the game. I'm doing this outside Abyss farming when I'm trying to hunt for the city maps, the Valve city maps, and while trying to increase their delirious level. So inside those maps I'm not worried about farming abyssal monsters, and I'm simply keeping the left click pressed for the most part, and the entire screen is like melted instantaneously or something like that. Is that a word? I don't think so. I'm learning. Instantly, better yet. Okay, greater chaos, not bad. 2 exalts, 2 chaos, no divine, sadly. Divine. That's what. Simulacrums. Another divine. I do like how divine drop. They drop like faster than other items, or so it seems to me. They are more precise in their location. They have a cute dropping animation. Okay, a bunch of simulacrums. I think this map will give us at least one simulacrum being formed inside the map. Okay, that's nice, that's cool. Let me check the corner over here so as not to miss any splinters. Some rares. And we have another pit left open right here. A Manamu, okay, but no Omen of Light. Abyssal Depths. So we have cleared the map. We have seen at least one Omen of Light in this 8th map. And we have opened the Abyssal Depths, which is cool. We'll go grab the boss real quick and then come back to the entrance for the Abyssal Depths. Come on, map boss. Face me. And my Mirage Deadeye. And my Mirage Archer. Frozen and dead. See? No animation, no way of attacking me. Cool boss encounter. Zero risk. Okay, okay. Let's jump into it. Hopefully we'll see another Omen of Light down there. At least one. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. This would be a first time inside the Abyssal Depths this 10 map session, and we usually see them, so the chances are quite high, but you never know. It's still an RNG process. Echoes, 2 echoes as of now. Other omens, 3 of them. No echoes, no light. Another one. Come on, luck. I'm filming here. Another one. Give these guys a reason to watch. Sure ain't me. He's not even a Manamu, sadly. Okay, this one, yeah. Echoes and 2 putrefactions. Well, at least we've dropped 1 Omen of Light. That's a good deal. A Divine Orb. Why not? Why not? Let's go the other way. Another Omen. Another one. Yeah. No Omens of Light, just Necromancy. That's weak. Weak, boys. Preserve Rib. No interest in that. Okay, so that was it for the Abyssal Depths. And we have finished running map number 8. Cool. Cool. Let's get to the profit counting part. Let's see, so we got 2 Omens of Light. Let's put them right here at the top. 3 Divines, 5 Echoes, 63 Splinters, plus 1 entire Simulacrum. What did I tell you guys? 17 Chaos, 1 Greater Chaos, and that's about it. Cool, nice drops. Nice drops, have to admit. Let's now sell the rest, drop the tablets, and keep going to the 9th map. Okay. Is it really another Sun Temple? Sure, why not? The 9th map, the Sun Temple. Doryani. MC. Follow this, guys. Let's kill some rares. Omen of Light in the 9th map. The first drop, Omen of Light. That's great. Great. Off to a good start. Another thing. Let's watch it. Where is it? Not even seeing it. That's the high capacity of killing off screen. IceShot Deadeye. Echoes. Ritual tablet. Unique. Where's the other thing? We heard the thing back there, right? Another thing which we didn't see. Where? Oh, perfect exalted orb, our friend. Of course, why not? A lot of perfect exalted orbs. If you were wondering, this session is about perfect exalted orbs. Closer to the start of the league, these are actually probably even more valuable. Divine Orb from a Coffer. That's a great lucky drop. Let's kill some other rares. The damage is not hitting 1 million so far, so let's make it. Oh shit, killing inside the Dark Cloud, that's bad. Stop doing that. I'm talking to myself. Okay. I'm still doing it. Still killing inside the Dark Cloud and still hearing some things, but I think I've been missing a lot of Omens of Light in this portion. Divines, I don't care about Divines, come on. Who cares about Divines these days? What are these? What the hell? 1 million tooltip DPS. Okay. Not bad. Splinters. Grab those. Divine. Delirium. God damn it, I think I missed some Omen of Lights back there. Not complaining, but still, I'm just saying. Missing out on a lot of value. Because of my high-end build. What the fuck? Shouldn't be happening is what I'm saying. Shouldn't be killed inside the Dark Cloud, simple as that. Don't let them die. While, see, the Dark Cloud was here, I was shooting for a while from afar, and still no drops in higher tier Omens, and the monsters somehow died. How is that happening? Guys, how am I killing monsters inside the Dark Cloud from 1.5 screens away? I'm not even seeing them on maps and they die inside the Dark Cloud, and then you see the Dark Cloud dissipating. and no omens are dropping. What the fuck is that? Omen of light. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Consider the fact that I'm dropping so many omens of light and I'm still killing probably 30% of the monsters inside the Dark Cloud. Even if I weren't killing those monsters inside the Dark Cloud, I think I would be getting more omens of light, which would be the exact number. So yeah, if you guys have a better build for farming Abyss, which never misses and never kills a monster inside the Dark Cloud, please do leave a comment and share your wisdom with me, because I'm getting quite annoyed by this mechanic of killing inside the Dark Cloud, especially when you are at a range. How can that be happening? It shouldn't be happening. It should not. Irradiate the tablet. Okay. Salt, whatever. Echoes and Divine here. Not bad, not great. Another Omen, not of interest. Let's grab the Splinter. Okay. Despair. That's my state right now, due to the fact that I'm losing Omens of Light. Okay, so this level is cleared of bits. Let's jump into the next level real quick, which is up there to the left, but we don't have any checkpoints nearby to grab, so we are simply flying as a phoenix bird because we have the cool cosmetic. Stairs, right? Third floor. Did you see that? Is it just me? Is my mind playing tricks on me? Some sun temples have only 2 floors until you reach the boss level, and some of them tend to have 3. What's up with that? Do all of them have 3 and I didn't notice? I don't know. I think some of them just have 2. Echoes. Okay, at least we didn't kill it from afar inside the Dark Cloud and drop nothing. That's a first good surprise. Another thing which I'm not seeing yet. Another Echoes, which is actually to the back from where I've been shooting. I didn't even shoot this way. Okay. So my character simply just rolls the map itself. I'm not even shooting most of the time. And still I'm getting the kill effect due to my mirages. So it's not my fault, guys, the fact that I'm losing Omens of Light. It probably is. I should be more careful. Well, anyway. I will figure this out at some point. So probably other skills or stuff like that, which I can manage inside the build. Chaos Sword, right? Great. Is the Chaos Sword still worth a high amount when comparing to Divines? Because I think the price dropped from 8 Chaos Orbs per Divine to like 11 Chaos Orbs at some point. I have to check at the end. Okay, 2 Divine drops here, cool. Coffer, no Divine, but still. Now let's check the top right corner here. I think we have 1 or 2 pits left. Have this stuff. The pit right there. A mana move. Not all of them, but some. We dropped something, I'm not sure what. Another thing. Divine Orb. Okay. Killed that one. Chaos Orbs. Great stuff, great stuff. And all of the Abyssal Pits are closed right now. We didn't get the abyssal deaths, but still, let's go kill the boss real quick. That was fast. Okay, now let's go to the hideout and see what profit we made inside the 9th map. 2 lights, great, 8 divines, even cooler, 1 perfect exalt, 16 chaos, 58 splinters, 6 abyssal echoes, and that's it. That's it for now. It's enough, don't worry. What am I doing? No, I don't want those. Okay. Is this worth anything? Probably. Like 95 exalts. Okay, I'll sell that later. Are these emotions worth anything right now? 21 exalts. Two less exalts. Okay. I think I can save that one and then sell this one and this one. And the tablets are dropping inside the secondary tab. And now let's quickly jump into the final map, map number 10. Guys, this is the final map for the 10 map session. This is the 4th session using Doryani. So let's see another Sun Temple, why not? And we've still saved 1 extra tablet run for each. So in this 10 map session we actually saved 2 runs for the tablets. That's a lot of value. A lot of value. It's like 20% of the initial investment. Don't neglect that it's like 20 divines. That's really cool. Not exactly 20, I don't know. 6, okay, around 12 divines, let's say, even closer to that. Okay, 2 divines dropping. Cool. Cool. I would be actually pleased to see that in this final map we get the perfect Omen of Light dropping so as to complete the circle for the abyssal farm. Omens of Light, baby. That's the game. Should be called Path of Omen of Light, because you are actually working your way or your path to the Omens of Light. That's what this game is all about. For me at least, don't judge. I'm the biggest fan of Omens of Light. They look cool though. I should get a painting with them or something on the wall. If anyone out there is doing that, custom paintings, please let me know. I would buy one with Omens of Light. Should I get a tattoo with Omen of Light? I don't have any yet. Okay, some splinters. Okay, this is it, boys. Omen of Light inside the 10th map. The final map has delivered. Omen of Light has dropped. Objective complete. Now, secondary objective, drop even more Omens of Light. How about that? Just get 3 of them and the second objective will be completed. And let's not get too greedy. Let's stop at just 3. It's okay. I don't want 4. 3 is enough. This pit here, it's cursed. I'm telling you guys, this pit is cursed. I think if we are doing the armory here, the strong box, right? It will actually spawn some rares. We will kill those rares, and that might actually trigger the pit next to it. You know, each interaction inside the map, like essences or random strong boxes, might actually at some point trigger the pit. No? Well, it was worth the shot. What can I say? I do hate when this happens. Unfortunate. Another bug to fix, besides the one with the dark cloud, so that the abyss is not getting stuck. Shouldn't have to worry about this stuff. Echoes. I heard some other things, but I didn't see them yet. Divine, divine. Okay, that's fine. Not ideal, but still fine. Now, do we have anything left here? That pit, which is annoying. I think that's it for this level. Now, let's return to the entrance to the top left corner there. Can we still trigger this? I wonder. Not really. No monsters appear here inside. I think there might be a small chance that one monster or the other didn't get triggered or spawned here or close nearby, and I'm simply just not seeing it. But that's a very small chance. It should be close to this pit, and it's not. I'm simply walking around here and nothing happens. Missing the opportunity for the abyssal deaths because not all the pits are closed. Are these guys here triggering anything? No. See, so I'm killing everything on the proximity of the pit, and still the pit is not triggering. How about that? Happens a lot, more often than I would like, but still. We have another level here, some more pits, some other chances of dropping the Omens of Light. Don't get stuck on one pit, go after the others. Okay, this is a mana move. Let's see. Invulnerable. Now it's spinning, spawning the dark cloud. Come on. Now I've been thrown around here. What? This is stupid. This is actually quite stupid. Killed some unlucky bastard. I'll just simply clear the entire screen and walk all over way back there. Because I can. I have that capacity. Hopefully I don't die. Okay, okay. Making my way back. Okay. I killed him. No Omen of Light. Now let's go back the other way. Irradiated. Simulacrum splinters. Omens dropping. Not the right one. Other simulacrum. This exile. What are these? Abyssal Armory and the other one. Trove. Okay. No good. No good. Diamond. Okay, start spinning already. Did it just simply die without dropping anything? How come? Damn. Okay, 2 pits left here. Echoes. And nothing. Echoes and nothing. How is that possible? Guys. No matter, no matter. We have a lot of loot. We are not complaining. Just a bit complaining. Splinters. Exalted Val. Okay. Sinistral Necromancy. Okay, this is it. This was the final pit, final boss, final map. Whatever it may be. I think this is the... oh no, we have some pits over here. Will they drop anything? Let's see. Omen of Light. Yeah, baby. Another one. Right at the end. Perfect. Perfection. Oh shit, echoes. This is the boss. Is this the boss? Okay, that's the one. Let's kill it. Dead. Now there's another Amanamut here. Where is it? I don't see it. Okay, let's kill it. Okay, well, no drop. But still we had that final Omen of Light dropping, so satisfying right at the end for the last map. That's great, that's great. Okay, that was it for today, folks. Let's jump into the hideout and see what's what. 2 Omens of Light, so 16 in total. That's a high number, guys. 5 Divines, 260 Splinters, 8 Chaos, 1 Greater Chaos, 3 Echoes, and I think that's it. And now let's drop the other currencies. Sorry.
This is all we have.
Now let's sell these.
Time is of the essence.
Drop the tablets. And now for the profit breakdown. But before we start with the calculation of the profit, I do want to thank you guys for tuning in for these farming sessions. I appreciate your support, your comments, and your ideas. It has been a wonderful journey in sharing this with you and learning new stuff and new ways to farm the Abyss. So I do enjoy being part of the Path of Exile 2 community. You guys are great, and I do hope we stick around for many other future videos on this channel. And yeah, thanks for that. So let's break it down. For the 4th session using Doryani, we have 16 Abyssal Echoes. That's a great number. Now if we are checking the price on these, with Divines it's 8.50, so that means 8.5 times 16, 136. Yeah, 146 Divines. I'm gonna write on this notepad because it's simple. It's way easier than writing inside the Excel for the moment. But when I finish editing this video, I will also add the data in the spreadsheet of this Excel, and you will find the entire spreadsheet in the description of the video. So don't worry, you'll see the tab for Jado Abyss farming and the other tab for the Doryani sessions. You can see the averages, all the loot is written down there, all the profit, all the initial investments, all the details you guys need. You can follow that spreadsheet for comparing these two methods. At least I'll be adding some more data in further videos, but still you'll have that support as I promised. 16 Omens of Light are approximately 136 Divines. Okay, we are not selling these just yet. We are saving them for later. I'm writing them down. Now the echoes. 45 echoes, that's quite a good average. 45 echoes. Let's see how much they value at this current market state. So yeah, 35, you can get around 3 divines, so maybe 4 almost. Depends on how the market goes. Let's try for 4, and if they don't sell at the end of the video, we'll just count them as 3, no worries. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that's 50 divines in raw currency drop. That's also a good number. 50 divines raw. Did they sell? Just one of them? Well, how can one of them sell and 34 remaining? Let's try to sell the other 34. 34 for, let's say, 3. Alright. Now let's jump into counting the simulacrums. A bunch of simulacrums. I'm surprised to see this many. And we don't have any splinters, so this is a perfect round number. 6 simulacrums in total in 10 maps. That's cool. Let's check the price on these. As I was saying, the price has dropped from 3.5, 3.4 to just 2.3. So yeah, 6 of them will probably sell for maybe 13, 14. Yeah, let's try this. 14. Let's write them down. 6 simulacrum, 14 div, right? That's great. Now let's count the chaos orb and the greater chaos orb. So we have like 107 chaos orb, which means how many divines? 107, 12 chaos for 1 divine. That's a low price. Is it 9? Yeah, it's more like 9, probably 10, but still we'll sell it for 9 if we can grab that. Okay, we will at some point. Let's wait and see the greater chaos up till then. Okay, so like 4 greater chaos for 1, so 6 is more like 1.5 divine, right? Why are these trades going through just with partial completion? This is weird. Okay, let's sell the other 84. 84 for like 9. Let's go with 8. Let's go with 7 then. 7 is fine. So 2 of these and another 7, let's say 9 div. I don't care. Okay, we still sold these 3, so the echoes have gone through as we expected. The 6 greater chaos will count as 1.6, 6 greater chaos 1.5 div, right? Let's drop it here. Now 4 and all, 5 perfect exalts, that's great. And we still have 2 perfect jewelers. I'm not counting these, just let them sit there. Let's see 4 and all. 2.7, so I'm guessing more like 3 and all for 1 divine. That will go through fast, okay, right? So we got 4 and all. And we got 1 divine. I don't care that we lose 1 extra on all. We'll just keep it. And now let's quickly check the perfect exalted orb, which is 5 for 10, which is great. Great profit on those. 5 perfect X, 10 divine, right? And that's pretty much it for the drops. For the loot, we are still waiting in some, yeah, the currencies, yeah, have gone through. Okay, so let's do a quick calculation for the total loot. Total loot in divines this time around is 136 plus wait, I didn't count these, so 45. How many divines did we get for those echoes? Let's quickly check the prices again. I think we got 7 or 8. 45 would mean at around 12 it's like 3 or 4. I think we got 4. Let's just write down 4. If it's one less, who cares? 36, okay, and another 4 plus 50 and another 14, 9 plus 1.5 and another 1 and another 10, that's 11. So we are averaging around 225.5 divine worth of profit. So if we are actually considering the net profit here, because the total investment, let's quickly write this investment total, that's 3 abyss for 60 divines, 10 unforeseen for 17 divines, and 10 Waystones for somewhere between 20 and 25. Let's write 25 divines right here. That's a total investment around 102 divines, right? 102, that's the investment. This is the total loot. So that means that the net profit for this fourth session is around 123.5 divines. That's a great total net profit for the 10 map sample. It's really good profit. I can tell you guys by this point that for the 4 sessions using Jado and the 4 sessions using Doryani so far, with the RNG process, with whatever it counts, even if the prices are dropping in the last sessions using Doryani, we still make on average a bit more profit using Doryani than Jado. This is the conclusion so far. You will see all of this data inside the spreadsheet, the Excel. Make sure to check that in the description. I will make sure to add it in every description for every farming session, so you guys can hit it no matter which video you are watching. And also inside that spreadsheet you will find the link to each session, so each video that we are counting, they are all on my channel, and you can compare the data and do whatever math for yourself. If you want to see a more detailed description of each drop from each session, that's fine. All the information for the strategy atlas points and so on you'll find there, so don't worry, just check the description. If you are curious, check the other videos. I do hope you like these types of farming sessions. I'll keep making them in the future for the next league and so on, so stay tuned if you enjoy this content. And I do hope you support me further by hitting that like, giving me ideas in the comments section, and possibly subscribing to my channel. That counts a lot. So thank you guys, good luck farming, and I'll see you in the next one. Have fun.